Scoop, are you live on your end or?
I'm alive.
Sweet. Okay. We are live. This is the Halloween special, even though I forgot to label it as that. Even though the game was awful, so I didn't even really bother. With Scoop, Shane, Brandon, and myself, Robert. All right, everyone, introduce their costumes. Shane, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm dressed as Nathan Drake from the Uncharted video game series. And yes, the games, not the movie. That pile of trash. Yeah, it's this shirt is like, it's not as, in this holster, they're not as dark as they seem on here. So I'm holding my phone flashlight to myself, so you can see it a little bit better. But anyways, yeah. Yeehaw.
Yeah. All right, Brandon, what do you have?
So, you guys have seen the top half. You guys know that I'm pretty much like mountain man / hunter, like, woodsy kind of thing, right? But here's why it's a reverse costume. Because look at this. If you can see it. Wait. Look at the bear.
Are you a bear? What are you?
No, because
he's riding a bear.
Why are you riding a bear?
Pretty much. Because, like, you know how, like, if you're a hunter, you can shoot at a bear, try to kill it, whatever, shoo it away? The bear is carrying me off instead. So, yeah.
All right, so that's perfect. Ladies, if you're watching and you want to choose the man or the bear, now you get both.
Yes.
Works,
and then here's mine.
So it works.
Wolverine.
Edward aluminum foil hands.
Yeah, I know, pretty much, or that, one or the other. Yeah. Scoop, can you do me a favor and take a picture of this so I can post it? We gotta go, Brandon. Go back. I gotta see the bear.
Oh my god, yeah, but can it even get me in the shot, like the whole thing?
Yeah. I got you.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Got it? Or no?
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, I got you.
Sweet. Okay, that's gonna be great to put on the socials. Okay. And Scoop, I know you had some complication with your costume, so you're good this year. You're exempt.
This is a Yankees Margaritaville shirt. Just call me the ghost of championships past, I guess.
that counts. You know what? I give you that.
Let's count it.
We could also just screenshot all of us.
Yeah, I thought of that as soon as I'd already taken the picture, I thought of that.
It would look way
fine.
better.
It probably would be.
I'll screenshot it later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna play a game today.
Yay!
I'm gonna. The question of the day is: if you're an NFL head coach, or if you're an NFL coach looking for a job, would you take this job if you had the chance to? Now, obviously, pretty much any NFL job is desirable. But if you had the choice over, let's say, I guess it wouldn't be a top college job because that would whatever. Basically, if you had the choice, would you actually take the job?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Maybe put a couple jobs in the same conversations and say would you choose this job over these ones, just so that you get more of a sense of what your options are.
Okay, I'll do that. All right. All right. I'll give you guys. I think, what teams do I have here that I want to list here? Yeah, I have it. Okay, so here's the list. Here we go. Your list is Miami, the Jets. I'm not going to put them in there. Raiders, New Orleans. Jobs that I did not include. I did not include Arizona. I don't think it's. I would move to Arizona in a heartbeat. And Tennessee has a rookie quarterback, and Cleveland has a good defense, so they're exempt from this.
I think
So the
that-
question is, would we?
The four teams are Miami, the Jets, Raiders,
And
Saints, and New Orleans. If you were to rank those 4 jobs, what would be the most likely choice? Like, rank them 1 to 4.
Mm.
I'm actually gonna write this down because I need to think about this because I just thought about this in like the last 2 minutes. I haven't even had a chance to make my rankings of this.
they all have big problems.
Yeah.
And there's one very large problem that they all have in common. Crappy ownership.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, is the Saints ownership that bad?
Not
No,
entirely.
I mean, of the 4, I'd say they're probably the best ownership wise.
But then who wants to be stuck in cap hell?
That is
Right.
a good point. That is a good point.
Well, and
But-
you have a little.
True, but also on the flip side of it, you could think it is like they are always willing to go to the max to try and be competitive, and they always find a way to make it work every year.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
I have my list. I have my list.
So do I.
I know that. Man, I know what my last choice would be.
Okay,
yeah.
Scoop. What's your list?
So my last pick is, meaning like the lowest on my list, definitely the Jets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the Jets. Okay, why the Jets? For everyone here, why is it the Jets?
I mean, do we have enough time on the show for that?
I mean,
Well, they haven't. I mean, the last coach that did the most with having so little got ran out of town. The owner apparently trusts his family playing video games more than his own personnel staff. The owner gets hyper involved in certain things and too hands off in others. You are almost indefinitely going to be run out of town as a coach every couple years, or within a couple years, likely for a laundry list of reasons for which you had nothing to do. And excuse me, sorry. And they don't seem really to be intent on actually committing to a specific vision at quarterback. Like you can forget about giving you reasons I wouldn't take it. Can you give me one reason why I should take it, even aside from it's an NFL job? Like that is literally the only reason to take that job.
Yeah. Not to mention it. I mean, you look at your division. You got New England and Buffalo, who are probably going to be pretty good the next several years. And I mean Miami. They're even when they have issues, they're no pushover. So it's
Right.
You know what I mean. It's just yeah. I mean, the main thing though is Woody. It's just like
yeah.
you want to deal with that guy every day. No. Yeah.
Brandon, do you have any thoughts on the Jets job?
Well, I know Josh is watching tonight. He sent me a text, so I know he's watching. And obviously, we know Josh is a Jets fan. But
Josh, tell me in the chat if you would want to be the Jets head coach right now. I assume you probably wouldn't, but
I mean, I don't know if anybody hates his own team more than Josh. But I mean, it's the same thing. It's Woody Johnson. It's the fact that, I mean, like, would you really want to be a head coach with probably the worst owner out of those 4? The GMs don't get it right no matter who they pick, and they keep making the same mistakes. like, at least the other teams have hit on draft picks and whatnot. The Jets feel like out of all these have been the one that have hit the least. So you've got incompetent ownership, incompetent front office. You never put a winning product. You haven't put a single winning product on the field in the last almost 15 years. It's. I think it's pretty easily like the Jets at the bottom here. Going there. How many times do we say on the show going there is a death sentence? Whether you're a player, a coach, have you? So, it's far and away the Jets.
Yeah. All right, Scoop. What's second worst for you?
Second worst for me is the Raiders. It's a couple of things that really stick out to me. The owner is a far cry from what his father was as an NFL owner. He seems more intent on making moves that are going to make splashes and get headlines more than actually rooted in sound footballness. As I realized, I just created a new word, but and. You brought in Tom Brady supposedly to be sort of a football grounding force in your front office, and I've seen very little evidence of where he's actually helped the franchise thus far. The last few years, you had Derek Carr, okay? Perhaps the only stable thing about your organization. You run him out of town. You brought in Antonio Pierce. You had evidence that he was actually developing something positive there. He gets let go. You brought in Josh McDaniels, which that alone, the sentence does not need expansion. It's just it seems like they meddled too much with the things that are going well and can't leave well enough alone, but the things that aren't going well, they can't seem to get right. And quite honestly, and it sounds like I'm making a joke, but I'm not. The only reason why this wasn't fourth is because I'd love to go to Allegiant Stadium every day.
For me, it's the second best job on this list.
Okay.
I would take this job, and here's why I would take it. I would take it because of Ashton Genty. I would take it because I know I'm going to have Max Crosby, and I would take it because I know I have Brock Bowers. If I just get rid of Chip Kelly and get a quarterback, I feel pretty good. I really do.
I really wish I had come up with this now, because I would it would have been so funny to say I would put the Raiders first just so I could fire Chip Kelly.
Honestly, yeah. That's part of the stipulation is I would fire him. But
that would have been funny. I wish I had thought of that. Anyway,
all of these jobs suck, as Scoop is beginning to entail. So I get it. This isn't the best job necessarily, but I would take it because I know I have supreme talent there that if I just put the right pieces. Now, the biggest thing I'd have to fix is that offensive line because, God, has it been atrocious. I don't know if you guys watched tape of this O-line. Shane, I don't know if you've had time to watch Raiders O-line tape. I don't know if you have, but it's terrible, Shane.
Yeah, and this team's second worst for me because this is not as easy of a fix as just get a different offensive coordinator and quarterback. It's going to take a lot more than that.
I'm not saying that either. It just seems easier compared to the other places.
Yeah, yeah, in a sense, but yeah, it's that another owner that's way too involved and should not be, and just and it's another case of playing in a really tough division, and not to mention I would absolutely hate to live in Las Vegas. No offense to anybody that lives there, but yeah, it's not for me. So yeah, that's for all those reasons. Yeah, but I think what puts it above the Jets is just the fact that it's like there are, like you were saying, there's guys like Bowers or Crosby or whatever, the guys who excite me, unlike Jets where it's just like, so.
Josh said with the Jets, I want Patty to coach, not me. Brandon will like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust Patty.
Brandon, where do you have the Raiders?
I'm like you. I have them second best. Because because when you want to be a head coach, I cannot put my leg up in this costume. When, when you want to be a head coach, you want a somewhat good situation. I think the Raiders have enough talent. I think they have better talent than the Saints. The Saints is who I have next to last. Just because the Raiders have enough talent that like Shane said, it excites me. Plus, Vegas is just better to me. Like I'd have more fun in Vegas than I think I would in New Orleans. But I just think that like the Raiders have something that like I love Brock Bowers. I've said that to death on this show. Ashton Genty just needs an old line. Like the whole thing with them is if they just build from the trenches, I think they'd be fine. Like that's one of the things I would rat my GM over if I was ever the head coach of the Raiders. Is just, can you please build from the trenches, because you've got a great running back, you have a great tight end, and you have a defensive end that is an absolute all world, all pro caliber player. So you have pieces there that are good, that are in their prime or entering their prime, and that they're going to play hard. So I just like what the Raiders kind of have collectively, like talent wise. I mean, Geno Smith is a problem. I would cut his ass tomorrow. But I just don't think, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's literally just, hey, coach being in that war room. I'd be like, hey, can we just back nothing but trenches like these next 2 drafts? And I think we'll be set. Like, that's just
at least better than most.
That's kind of how I look at it, because that's their biggest problems is the trenches. But so then that's why, and we'll get into them in a little bit. But that's why there's other reasons why I have the Saints below them. So the Raiders are my second best.
Oh, and you have the Saints at number 3. Okay, we'll get to it. Scoop, what do you have second best?
Second best, I got the Dolphins. I think I'm decent enough at sort of managing complicated people that I think I would be okay with dealing with the circus of personalities in there. I think that I would be comfortable with telling Tua, thank you for what you've done. We'd love to have you on the staff, but I don't want to see you keep getting hit out there. I'm worried about your future. Please consider strongly putting this quarterback thing into your past. I think that there is a decent amount to work with from terms of draft capital over the next couple of years. They're one of the few teams that has most of their picks in control the next couple of years. They also, will be moving off some of these sort of declining veterans over the next year or two, so that'll open up some space and flexibility, thankfully, because I think that's a big problem, is that they're still paying guys like they're producing what they were 3 years ago. So I think that's a big problem. But the things that I don't like are, obviously Stephen Ross is the obvious one. But I still don't like some of the fact that this is going to take a couple years to deal with in terms of turning over from this sort of speed, like Chiefs wannabe type of situation that they tried to turn their offense into. It's going to take probably a little while to get a quarterback right when he's not exactly walking into the most welcoming of situations. He's not exactly taking over the controls of a Ferrari. He's kind of taking up a 39 Dodge that somebody found off of a bender in Wyoming somewhere. But so that's not exactly ideal. And I think also just they have not shown from the top down, and I don't even just mean um, Stephen Ross. I'm talking about Chris Greer and some of the other guys who have been up there. There's just shown that nobody, even above the coaching staff, seems to be able to really sink their teeth in and get something going and sustainable. So yeah, so I would put them at second, but they're still closer to third than first.
Yeah, I have them. I have them. I have them at third. I have them as the second worst job. That was the reason I wanted to play this game. I hate this roster. I realized how much I hate this team today watching them. Tua Scoop's right. He should retire, but if he doesn't, guess what? I have to survive with that contract. I like the running game. Tyreek Hill's not coming back. Bradley Chubb's probably getting traded in the next 4 days or so. I don't like it. I just don't like it, and I just sit here thinking, oh, this team's a mess. Especially if I have to deal with Tua for another year or two. I just don't want to deal with it. I really don't. Brandon, where do you have them placed?
They're my number one, just because I'm looking at it and I'm going. A lot of these guys are going to leave this year, so or at least if not all of them, at least 9% of them. So if I was the head coach there, I would be able to get a fresh start, and then to be able to build my own kind of culture and whatnot there, despite crappy ownership. But I mean, I do like a couple of the things that they still do have, like Bradley Chubb will probably be gone. Jalen Phillips probably too, but the thing is, Miami always seems to be able to find, I guess, decent talent and to build them up to kind of where they are right now, even though that team's not winning. The individuals there are still talented. Like Miami's never short on finding and pretty much keeping talent for a good amount of years. So I kind of like the fact that I would have room to kind of, if those guys do leave, I'd have room to play with more or less. Plus, also, who doesn't want to live in Miami? So the location's also nice if you're a head coach, but and because that's what separates. Like, it's one of the reasons why I didn't put the Saints at one, just because for me, like, we'll talk about the Saints in a little bit, but like Miami to me, just I like enough of what they do despite bad ownership that I could kind of get behind it. Like I think that when you look at kind of what they try to build year after year, like this year it's failed. But in those first few years when they had this kind of core together, where it was Tyreek and Waddle and Tua, and having two really good running backs, it's they were explosive early on, and it was just of course it was more so Mike McDaniel just not being a good head coach. Pretty much is why it didn't work. But then you think about kind of where they end up. Like when you look at the last 5 years, I mean, think about what they've drafted, or think about not even 5 years, but the last 10 years, like what they've drafted. Devontae Parker didn't work out, but Devontae Parker was kind of a star for them. Minka Fitzpatrick, they traded him away early. Laramie Tunsil was there. Of course, Tua, but Tua didn't pan out. Jalen Phillips, like I mentioned, Jalen Waddle, and the same draft. Chop Robinson hasn't panned out yet, but like they do normally kind of if not every year, every other year, hit on some draft picks. So I like the fact that they kind of have something there to work with. It's a shame that a lot of guys are going to leave this year, but like I said, that's the fresh start that sometimes a coach would need to build his own identity and build his own culture. So I kind of like it there.
Shane, what are your thoughts on Miami? Where do you have them?
For me, they're 2. Just because they definitely have the most like interesting pieces or talent, whatever, of all these choices. But a lot of them are, kind of past their prime. Definitely overpriced. Tua. And just,
Yeah.
and it's, yeah. I just feel like it's going to be a nightmare, because you have these star players, but they're, I don't know how much longer they're going to be super good, and they're making a lot of money as is. And then outside of those guys, it's just a whole lot of bleh. So, yeah. Plus, you're in the NFC East, which is, I think that's going to be run by the Patriots and Bills for the foreseeable future. So, which is why the Saints to me is number 1, because unlike the Dolphins, at least the Saints are okay in the trenches. They, we'll see what they have in Tyler Shuck, or however you pronounce his name.
That's actually the right way to pronounce it. I haven't been able to.
Wow, look at me. But yeah, but at least they have the guys in the trenches, and they do have some pieces, and the division is a lot weaker. Yeah, you have Tampa Bay, but like,
if you do the right thing, you can compete at the top with Tampa Bay compared to these other divisions.
Yeah, well, and even with Tampa Bay, like, are they really that great of a team, or are they just this good, or are they just good, by comparison with the rest of their division? Because the last couple of years, or the last 3 years, I guess, they won their division, but if they were in any other division in the league, they probably wouldn't have. So, it's it's one of those things. So, yeah, if you play your cards right, yeah, like you were saying, they could definitely, be competitive for the mix. Plus, New Orleans, it's a cool place. It's I've never been, but it looks great. So yeah, it's actually the only place of all 4 of these that I haven't been to, but it's top of my bucket list. So, yeah, so so my list would be Saints, Dolphins, Raiders, Jets.
Yeah,
I'd rather coach in the CFL than coach the Jets. Like,
honestly,
I think that's all of us.
Yeah, my list is New Orleans, Vegas, Miami, and the Jets. Scoop, continue on the Saints there.
Yeah, so again, I have the Saints first. Something that I think is first and foremost, well, not first and foremost, but definitely think that their ownership clears the other 3, and I think we made it sound closer than I think it actually is. But on top of that, currently, right now, if the season ended today, they would pick first or second in the draft. And going into a draft where there are some quarterbacks that I think that a decent number of people like, and excuse me, sorry, and I think they're also in an interesting situation right now where I think it's a rare occurrence to have a quarterback room where there's nobody has any expectations for any of them. And I think sometimes situations like that, you really get to see the most out of certain players, because it's not like, well, I'm just holding this spot over until the guy we know is going to be the heir to the throne type of thing. So I can genuinely see if there's anything to tap into with any of these quarterbacks. I know next to nothing about defense, so I'd be hiring the smartest defensive guy I could find. I also does factor in for me. I do live about an hour from New Orleans. I also, looking at this financial situation, yes, they're in cap hell right now. Sneakily, though, after next year, they have actually one of the highest cap spaces going after next season. So that dead money that you're dealing with, that's going to be gone after next year, provided they don't do it again with anybody else, which is never something that you're 100% guaranteed on. The also there is the added benefit. I will admit there's the added benefit of that would make Kellen Moore free to go back to Philadelphia where he belongs. I on top of all that, I do think that sometimes it's just the ability to have that clean slate. They don't have all their draft picks the next couple of years, but they got pretty much all the day 1 and 2 picks, and those day 3 picks you can get in a trade pretty easily.
And do you really need them? Probably not.
I'll put it this way: do you need them? No. Do I want to have the ability to get them? Possibly.
Yes.
Because there's
100%.
You every year there's an early day 2 guy that for some reason falls to day 3, and I want to have the ammo to go and get him if I can.
Yep.
But I think that there's just more here, and also this is something that I think gets overlooked in this day and age. They've had interim guys like Rizzi and Vitt and one thing or another, but for the most part, this is an organization that gives their coaches some rope. They gave Dennis Allen some rope. Sure as shucks gave Sean Payton some rope. They gave this is not a team that tends to move on from coaches very quickly. They don't tend to move off you within 20, 25 games. Most of the other organizations we talked about tend to do that. This team doesn't. So they're willing to stick with you, which I definitely think I would appreciate if I were taking a first-time job. Now, again, to say that this is a flawless, absolutely not. Obviously, you're kind of dealing with the skeletons of what was there during their heyday a few years ago. You are obviously dealing with, for the next season, you are dealing with a cap disaster. And some things that you're going to have to figure out. Are you going to keep kicking the can down the road with any of these guys or restructures and what have you? So there is that to figure out. But they've done it for long enough that I trust between my knowledge and the knowledge of the guys who have already been in there, I trust that we'll figure it out. But there, obviously there are things like that to think about as well. I do have familiarity with the city of New Orleans, so that does help. Familiarity that I don't have with either Miami or Vegas. Even though I am going to Vegas for the first time next month. So, yeah, to me, it's not that the Saints are a fantastic job by any stretch of the imagination, but when you're comparing it with the ones around it, it's just so much easier to wax poetic about this job than it is the others. So, yeah, easily, if you're giving me one of these 4 jobs, I'm easily taking New Orleans. I'm not even picking the call up from the other 3.
Yeah, I'm going New Orleans as well, and it's actually one big reason. It's the same thing I do when I play Madden and rebuild the team. Hey, I can get a new quarterback. If Shuck is not the guy, guess what? I can get my guy, and that matters. That matters a lot.
I have a question on that. Are you still trying? You mentioned Shuck, but are you still trying to see if there's anything still in there with Spencer Rattler? Because that was another thing.
No, he's got nothing. Okay. I've watched him for enough games where he's got nothing. But with Shuck, I don't know. I saw him for 1 quarter against the Vanilla Bucks defense that was up by 30. So now we get to see him for 7 games and see what's up. If he's good, great. If he's not, it's fine because I can get my guy. So that's a big reason why I love New Orleans. Other than what we said, Brandon, finish us up on New Orleans. Why do you have them lower than the rest of us?
I mean, well, the cap hell thing is always a problem for me because there's just limitations that you have in terms of kind of what you can do with that, obviously. But I also just don't like the fact that they just don't hit on draft picks. New Orleans never hits on draft picks. Like the last 5-6 drafts have not been good for them at all. So at least the first round picks, I should say. So so I don't trust them going forward to do right. Especially because they don't have those later round picks, or in the next upcoming drafts. Later round picks are where a lot of teams do make their money, where they can build a solid team. It's not so much the guys that pop off in the first 2 rounds, but all the guys that they've drafted out of college have had some sort of issues or whatnot. Like, no one could have saw that Chris Olave would have dropped off the way he did. So that one I kind of give them a pass for, because Olave just fell off the face of the earth. Well, yeah, pretty much. I didn't think Olave was going to fall off the way he did.
I didn't either, but
like Brian.
Is some of that the quarterback play though?
No, because even when he's had a lot of drops. He's had a lot of his own concussion issues. Like it's not so much
that's
the quarterback.
Fair, yeah.
Like and like that's my problem too. Is like I don't trust this team. Like the head coach has input on who the next QB should be, like say in the war room, whatnot, or what they're looking for their offense, and then that would be what we would do. Obviously, we were the head coach, but the Capel thing really bothers me, and just the fact, it's just the lack of a really like game changing draft pick, I guess. But like all the other teams have had guys that you can be excited about, for one reason or another. I've never been excited about anybody that the Saints have drafted over the last 5, 6, 7 years. I really haven't. I mean, then you couple that. Here's the thing too. It's like the head coach is not in charge of the contracts. The reason they are in cap hell is because of a lot of bad contracts. So their ownership is not bad, but GM and front office are pretty. And I just don't. So between the cap hell thing, kind of the lack of trust I have that they would help me build a decent team, and then the lack of just quote unquote talent. Like when you look at what they even have now, like Alvin Kamara, I think is finished. That he's washed. That's over. The trenches are fine. I'm okay with that, but they haven't had a real core. Like I don't care about Derek Carr coming there when he did, because Derek Carr was done by the end of his Raiders tenure. Forget New Orleans. So they haven't had a real quarterback since Breeze retired, and that's also kind of in line with where their draft pick started failing them too. So pretty much since the Breeze era officially ended, they've been crap. So like I just don't like the fact that they've kind of haven't. And listen, that like the Jets are like, that's why I said the only reason the Jets are worse because it's the Jets. Like at least like the Raiders have enough talent that I like. Miami has enough talent that I like. I like the fact that like I can at least I have something there. I don't like anything about the Saints other than their trenches. I don't like their defense. I don't like their weapons offensively. They've got contract issues, and that happens pretty much every year. They will get out of cap hell, the next year or two, but I just, they won't hand out more bad contracts and stick themselves back in cap hell. So, like, I don't. My lack of trust in them keeps them near the bottom for me.
Yeah, I mean, all these jobs are pretty much a mess, and that's the point. Is there anything else on this exercise before we move on?
I had something else that I was going to add, but I've forgotten it now.
It's fine. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Shane, do you have anything else to add?
No.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was a good exercise. Thank you, Miami, for coming up with this, because you got blown your doors off tonight. Why are we not talking about the Ravens? Because we learned nothing about the Ravens. I mean, what's there to learn, to be honest? Getting blown out.
Newsflash, they're better. Newsflash, they're better when Lamar Jackson plays.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's all.
But you know what's funny? It's not even by much at this point. It's really not even by much.
I'm not convinced we had 100% Lamar Jackson tonight.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising. That defense is still awful.
That
defense is so bad.
Atrocious. Yeah.
Shane, do you have anything on the Ravens tonight?
I mean, what about?
I think that look just said it all.
Yeah. I mean, it pretty much just went how I expected.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Brandon and I found this article on ESPN last night that blew our doors off. So some of it's fine,
One.
but we're gonna get to the stuff that's not fine about it.
Some of it's fine. There's like one thing that's fine on there. The other 75 things I have problems with.
I mean, most of it's fine, to be fair. This is their trade. This is their trade deadline preview. Obviously, we have the trade deadline on Tuesday. I'm gonna read you guys the stuff that blew our doors off. Let's go through them here. The first thing that blew our doors off: Chicago Bears. Who could they be targeting? You ask. Commanders quarterback Marshawn Lattimore was their first player that they should target.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, you want me to just keep going through it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is here. That's good. The silence said it all, by the way, on the Bears thing. Pretty much said it all. I mean, seriously, some of this is fine. I'm just going to the bad stuff. See, most of it's fine. All right, Raiders. Who could they be targeting? Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was their number one target.
I mean,
And the comparison was this is the Brock Bauer or this is the Brock Osweiler trade on steroids. What? How is that a comparison?
When did Brock
Here's the thing,
Osweiler
though.
almost die?
Well, they're talking about Brock Osweiler going to Houston, I think, specifically, right? Is that what it is? Anyway,
When did he almost die? How do you make
assuming.
that comparison?
I have no idea. Let's see. What else we got here?
See, I don't think that's a terrible trade for the Raiders.
It's not terrible, but does it make sense?
But why?
No.
Why would you? Yeah, but yeah, it's like why would you want to die?
And the financial ramifications of that have to be complicated as hell.
That's
Oh,
the thing.
Lord.
It's the money. That's the biggest.
But the thing is too, he also doesn't make them better at all.
No.
So,
No.
I mean, he's better than Geno at this point.
yeah, but
but
you
that's
need
not
a-
saying
you need
much.
a- But to compete,
No.
you need a significant step up from Geno, not just a slight step up.
All right. Here's the one that made me say we should put this on the show because this made all of us flip our lids. Keep in mind, this was before the game tonight, but it still matters. The Miami Dolphins. Who should they be targeting, you ask? Chargers quarterback Trey Lance.
And I said for what? Waterboy?
Yeah,
Like, what are we doing here?
a guy that has proven that he is not a starter, and he's nowhere near starter material in the NFL, and you want him to basically go there to be the starter in Miami.
Here's
In the same division as Drake May and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Here's the biggest reason. They're just like, oh, this is kind of a moonshot trade, whatever. I'll skip all that. The biggest reason that they said this should happen is Mike McDaniel was the 49ers offensive coordinator when the 49ers drafted Lance.
So
Okay, the same team that gave up on him after a couple weeks.
Yeah, so what does that matter?
Yeah, 'cause Mike McDaniels
he
was-
knows more about why. If anything, he probably knows more about why they shouldn't get him.
And because Mike McDaniel is really an offensive genius, right? Really?
and because he had a lot to do with that trade, obviously, in the draft pick.
I can't with ESPN.
But yeah, that's the main one. That's all I got. Those were the ones that. Oh, I forgot. There's one more. God
That's
dang
what
it! I forgot about this one. I'm gonna read you guys
don't
this
even
whole
ask.
paragraph. Tennessee Titans. Who should they target? You ask. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill. This would be a pure.
For what reason?
It makes sense as a
Yes.
joke.
Wait. It gets better. Here's the explanation. This would be a pure cap space for draft pick deal, as Hill would actually not play a snap for the Titans. The Titans would take on his remaining salary for the year and require some draft capital. Then Tennessee could cut Tyreek in the offseason before his roster bonus.
What?
None of
So-
that makes.
So you're going to pay a guy millions of dollars to not take a snap. And what do they mean draft capital? They're going to have to give up draft capital to get him. Like
Yeah.
what do they think is going to happen?
They think the Dolphins would give up draft capital to trade Tyreek.
Did ChatGPT write this article?
Do we? Here,
At least some parts of it. It feels like.
I'll give ESPN credit for one thing. Do you know the one reason why this might make sense?
No.
Oh, because you said it last night. Because the Titans are where receivers going to die.
For old wide receivers.
For old everybody.
Yeah.
Old everybody.
So why? So you know what? To keep the joke alive, to keep the meme alive. Yeah, it makes sense. Other than that, in the real world, no.
And then they can trade it, and then they can do what they did with two wide receivers before, and they trade them to Philadelphia for 20 cents on the dollar.
I love how this article says by multiple contributors.
And they're all idiots.
But
Some of these are mostly
so
fine.
This got past multiple sets of eyes, and they thought, yeah, let's publish this with the name of the biggest sporting company in America.
Like, wait. Can you give us some ones that are actually decent on there?
Yeah. There are some decent ones. Hold on, I gotta reopen it.
Did Diana Rossini write this?
Diana Rossini write this.
Probably.
You want to know what the Eagles one is?
Well, yeah, I know it.
It's Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Which, again, they don't have the cap to even do that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
It makes sense. In theory, it does, but you're putting yourself in basically cap hell to do it.
That being said, I will say, if there's a team that can find a way to make the numbers work, it is probably Philadelphia. I will say.
True.
Yeah. Seahawks cornerback Reek Woolen going to the Bengals.
Yeah, good. Bye.
I mean, isn't it an improvement over what they already have? Because what they already have is basically a JV high school football team in their secondary, or in general, defensively.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything with
they're certainly getting paid like one.
Oh yeah.
And plus, like Devon Witherspoon and Josh Jobe at this point are way better than Reek Woolen, which is something I never thought I would say.
We haven't heard that name in a while.
Who is it?
Wait, Devon Witherspoon and who?
Josh Jobe.
Josh Jobe.
Yeah, he's actually been better.
CB2.
Let me ask you guys this.
Really well this year.
Let me ask you guys this. For the Houston Texans, who should they be targeting? Raiders center Jackson Powers Johnson.
He
hasn't been good.
But a change of scenery sometimes can do you good. And I mean, listen,
have you seen Houston's offensive line?
Yeah, it can't
Have
hurt.
you seen the Raiders' offensive line?
Hey, change of scenery might do him good. Who knows? I'm also biased. He's a former Duck.
Quack, quack.
So.
Quack, quack. I'm trying to think of... I mean, some of these, they're just like linemen and stuff. Rams getting David Njoku.
No. That one to me, no. No.
Tyler Higbee's been more than serviceable. What are we talking about?
And the thing is, Higbee's already dealt with injury problems already. Like, you're getting a tight end that's probably the most injured tight end in football every year. So, no, you'd be getting not a lot out of him. You're getting, 8 games out of Njoku every year? Yeah, all right. That's not gonna
This is the only one that I really think is interesting. Patriots getting Rashid Shaheed. I like that one a lot. That one I'm okay with. More than okay with him.
There's no way that would happen, though.
He's on the trade block.
I know, but they're not trading to New England.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, no.
They'd be stupid to do that.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, the Saints are bad. So stupid. Stupid makes sense there.
Wait. Oh. I thought he was still in Buffalo.
Who?
Raheed Shaheed.
Rashid
Oh, no.
Shaheed never played for Buffalo.
Wait, oh my god, I'm thinking of Shakir.
Oh my
My
god.
God,
Shaheed,
dude!
Shakir.
God dang it!
They're both number 22, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Are they? I can't remember.
Okay.
But see,
Here-
Rashid Shaheed's a deep threat, so it does make sense for New England to go get him.
Yeah. For New Orleans, who should they be targeting? This is a guy I forgot existed, which is bad because I actually really liked him. Panthers running back Jonathan Brooks.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but
Brooks.
For the Saints? The Saints are fine at running back. Why do they need a young guy?
no, are they fine? Kamara's old now.
They still like what he's been doing. It's not perfect, I agree.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, but you would want a guy who's pretty much third on their depth chart at running, but third or fourth on their depth chart at running back.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Like because Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard are the guys, and so it's like if he can't crack, if he's supposed to be a good young running back, if he can't crack in front of those guys, then I don't think it would work. I mean, New Orleans could work, but they like Kamara right now.
Yeah, they really do.
Even though Kamara's old.
The Giants, they should target wide receiver for the 49ers, Juwan Jennings.
No. You
What?
already have injury-prone wide receivers. You want another one? Like,
Okay.
They should invest in offensive line.
and first of all, Juwan Jennings is not a wide receiver 2. He's a 3. He's like a low-end 3. Like, he's not a 2. Like, because they need,
low end 3, but he's a 3.
yeah, I mean, I don't see it with him. He has like 2 big games in a row every year and then goes back into hiding. Like, so it's like, the thing is they needed a good 2 to pair with Malik Neighbors. They don't need a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steelers has a fun one.
Oh, boy.
Steelers, who should they target? Raiders wide receiver Jacoby Myers. I actually think it's a good fit.
I like that, actually. I do kind of like that, yeah.
There's a lot of other like guard stuff in here and whatever that's not that interesting unless it actually happens. So whatever. But yeah, this article is a mess. It's pretty great. For what it
there's
is.
a lot not to like there. Most of it, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
All right. Post credit scenes. Let's see what we got here. Brandon posted a good one today that I kind of wanted to talk about. Brendan, you can go ahead and read that one in our chat.
Let me pull it back. Yeah, let me pull it back. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Pull it back up. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, man in Indonesia marries rice cooker because it didn't talk back. Divorces it 4 days later for only cooking rice. I mean, see, how true are the puberty articles that we find, or puberty, however?
I think they're all real.
I mean, because that's just wild. Like,
Did you just say puberty?
Yep, but puberty, puberty, whatever the hell the name of the damn account is.
Yeah.
That's why. But like, first of all, how is that even legal to do that?
In Indonesia, apparently it's legal.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. But you guys ever heard of the subreddit Not the Onion?
Oh yes.
It's obviously you know what the Onion is, where it's like
It's all satire.
Yeah. fake articles.
Yeah, it's
So
like
Not the
about-
Onion is a subreddit of articles that sound like they would be on the Onion, but are not. Like they're actually real.
Oh, I'm gonna go on such a freaking down later.
It's so funny.
I'll pull some up right now.
Oh Lord!
Oh God, what did my mom just send me?
I hope it's a bunch of Florida man articles.
There's a lot of Florida Man articles on here. Sadly, this is not The Onion. All right, let's see if there's anything good on here.
Yeah,
Oh,
log into your Reddit.
You don't actually have to log in.
I do for mine, I guess. I guess because I'm a stinky Android peasant.
Yeah. Well, so's Robert.
Can't say
Listen.
that on air.
Okay, here's one. U.S. military could lose Space Force trademark for Netflix series.
Yes.
Here's another
US
one. White
US
House threatens to fire anyone who tries to quit.
Wait. U.S. House Speaker calls Portland naked bike ride most threatening thing I've seen yet.
Oh no way! Those are so far so good.
Yeah. So it's stories that you could have sworn. It's like it says for true stories that you could have sworn were from The Onion.
I'm gonna waste so much time on that now.
Here's another one. Don't eat or
Skip
inject
therapy.
yourself with disinfectant, warns FDA commissioner.
What?
Wait,
you
say again?
Dog, you cut out.
Don't eat or inject yourself with disinfectant, warns FDA commissioner.
I think I remember that one actually.
Skip therapy, join the military.
Wait a minute. That's the actual headline from an article?
Yeah, that's like the one thing I saw on here.
Who posted that?
Men rescued from Taliban didn't believe Donald Trump was president.
Wow. Woman fined 150 pounds for pouring coffee down the drain.
Okay, what?
Woman fined 150 pounds for pouring coffee down drain.
Oh, you know what? I heard find FIND 150 pounds like mass pounds, not. I didn't think of find like British currency.
Because this is
Actually, it might have been euros. Either way.
Pounds in America.
This is a great one. This is from the LA Times.
Oh, that should feel good.
Hulu to Parasite haters. If you don't want to read subtitles, learn Korean.
Oh wait, this one's for Brandon. Bear breaks into California zoo to play with other bears.
Honestly, that's actually kind of a wholesome one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of wholesome. Not gonna lie.
That's very wholesome.
Boris Johnson says he loves ChatGPT, calling him brilliant and clever.
What? Wait.
Him?
Him.
Oh no.
Oh, my
Apparently, one of the toilet companies wants to put a camera on your toilet.
That's illegal.
Colair wants to do that.
That's illegal. It's very illegal. Oh my god, man! Like, that's the modern state of journalism, by the way. So it's like
It is.
I see people write these articles as a journalism major, and I'm like, I'm sitting here without a job. Like, really?
Wait. I don't know if I can say this on air, but I'll say it anyway. Quote unquote, butt lady. I don't know what the hell that means.
Why can't you say that on there?
It's just weird. Convicted of murder over silicone injection.
No, that's fine. That one's
What
terrible.
the hell?
This sounds like a scheme.
Man spends months convincing Costco to give him iconic $1.50 hot dog sign. Like the sign that says that hot dog's $1.50, he wanted it.
Well, if Costco ever goes out of business sometime, then he'll make a lot of money off of that.
If they ever go out of business.
You never listen. These days, you'll never know.
Hell will
Yeah.
freeze before that happens.
Kmart went out of business.
Woman
Yeah, it's
hit
Kmart.
It's
Kmart's
Kmart.
here. Costco's up here.
I know.
Woman hit in face by duck on SeaWorld Orlando roller coaster.
Wait,
That's
how?
kind of funny, actually.
There's a duck face.
This is from the BBC. This is a real question on a BBC article. Have Russians set up a military base in my childhood home?
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, more dark military humor, please. Please find a good one. Because I can listen. We can
What the hell? Suspect steals ambulance with patient inside. Ends in fiery crash.
What?
What?
Wow. Holy hell.
Oh my god, man goes viral for selling ads on his tuxedo to help pay for his wedding.
Oh yeah.
Some of these ads are really good in there.
Yeah. I just saw that too. I don't know if you said that. I don't know if you saw
What the
that.
hell? Wait! Before you go, adult who allegedly posed as high school student for 19 days calls situation a misunderstanding.
Wait. I need to send me that link to the actual story. I need to because how is that possible? How is that possible?
This is from Fox 19. I can't breathe. That was so good.
Here's a good one. Hunter dies after shot elephant falls on him.
What the hell?
Oh boy, I picked the wrong costume then.
That's so ironic.
All right, Brandon, if you want to read through that article.
Yeah, please. Oh my god. How is it a misunderstanding? I'm still hung up on that. How is it a misunderstanding?
I don't know.
22. This is recent?
Yeah.
This is like 4 weeks ago. What the hell?
What the hell? Man wearing the same underwear during alleged robbery leads to an arrest.
Oh.
Here's a good one. Mark Zuckerberg says Meta employees lovingly referred to him as the Eye of Sauron. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, the lizard man, the lizard king. I can't. That's actually ridiculous.
Ecuadorian president says he was targeted of foiled chocolate and jam poisoning.
Huh?
What?
Chocolate and jam poisoning.
Rest in peace, astronaut John Young, the first man to get yelled at for smuggling a sandwich into space.
That is the greatest headline I think I've ever heard for a story.
That's hilarious.
I could see how that would be a problem, though.
Indian court tells doctors to fix their handwriting.
Please. Bro, can you send me that? I want to send it to my mother.
I mean, like,
I want to send that to my mother.
when you think about how fast, script is cursive is written, like, I'd rather just have them write in print. Just print it out for me. Just, like, either write in print or print me a thing, like a document that says what I need.
Do you have any more, Shane, from Not the
No,
Onion?
I was just going to say, I'm going to head out, fellas.
All right,
Sorry.
peace, Shane. I have a couple
Good
more
night.
before we go, but peace, Shane.
Okay,
Peace.
bye guys. Happy
I
Halloween.
should.
Bye.
Thank
Okay.
you. I think that was Doodle Bob or something.
The next one I have for you guys is about Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
Oh, that stupid one that you put in the chat before.
Yeah, so Kim Kardashian was talking about how she went on TikTok and found out that the moon landing was fake. And what she said was so funny. This was her quote, boys. Her quote was, "The flag is blowing, but there's no gravity. And why are there no stars?" There clearly is stars in the flag, and of course, there's still physics in space.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I mean, it's amazing how this is quite literally when people say the phrase "stop making stupid people famous."
China now requires influencers to have a degree to discuss a serious topic,
Yeah, that I saw.
or face fines of up to 100,000 yen. Which, oh my god. The word of the year is 6-7,
Oh dear
according to
God.
Oh
dictionary.com.
no, we are not doing that on the pod.
Oh, also, by the way, for anyone who's curious about 100,000 yen to U.S. dollars, it's about $649.
Holy balls! A monkey was spotted swinging from the rafters at a Spirit Halloween in Texas.
Did you guys hear about the monkeys that escaped in Mississippi not too far from me?
No.
What?
What happened there?
Okay, so there was here. I'm gonna pull up the story real quick, just to make sure I don't get any details wrong. Okay, so this is from WAPT, which is basically ABC down here. This is from Jasper County. Authorities say 3 monkeys remain on the loose after a truck transporting research animals from Tulane National Biomedical Research Center overturned Tuesday afternoon on Interstate 59 north of Heidelberg. So that's about 2 hours from me. Jasper County Sheriff's Department confirmed Tuesday evening that the number of missing monkeys increased from 1 to 3 after Tulane officials were able to safely access the wrecked the wrecked truck and conduct an updated count. The Tulane this is so bad, but Tulane staff arrived at the scene earlier than originally expected and searched the area for the missing animals. The crash led to the escape of 6 of the 21 monkeys on board. 3 have since been recovered, while 3 are still unaccounted for.
And when was that?
Give me that one more time.
When was that?
Yesterday or the day before?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, wait. Today's the 30th, right?
Yes.
So yes.
Well-
So the Tuesday that they mentioned was 2 days ago.
Jesus. Josh said in the chat, and I missed this. He said, Olave or Waddle would be a good fit for the Giants. You know what? I agree.
That's fine.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So appreciate Josh, who's a mod in our chat here on YouTube. Yes, I made all our boys mods because of course I did. Yeah, that's all I have, boys. I'll see you on. Well, actually, we got to do games of the week.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what the hell?
I forgot to do that while Shane was here, but we can get that done. Do you guys mind if I do lines this week?
That's fine.
Okay.
I thought that was usually how it went.
Well, Scoop, I've had you do them the last 2 weeks, but I kind of want to do them this week.
Yeah, do them.
Vikings Lions guess the line.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Was that in Detroit?
Yes.
Well, considering that, I don't think it matters who they have at quarterback. I'm gonna say, but the thing is, it's a division game, but still, Detroit is still far better than the Vikings. So I'll say Detroit minus.
JJ McCarthy's back.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I'm gonna say just because he's back, I'll give a little bit of some grace. I'll say Detroit minus 6.5.
You said it's in Detroit?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep forgetting to do games of the week. This is a traditional segment. I just always forget. I don't know why.
So let me think. So it's Vikings.
I'm gonna start writing a reminder on my phone so I don't forget anymore.
I need to do that for the friggin' pick'em. Vikings at Lions. I'll go to the other side of the touchdown and be like, what do you call it? Hedge against a potential 2-point conversion somewhere in there. So give me Vikings. I'm sorry, hello, Lions -8.
Lions -9.5.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
We're doing this all because all on ESPN bet. Seahawks Commanders Sunday night.
Go ahead, Brandonino.
Okay, in Seattle.
No, it's in
No,
Washington.
it's in Washington.
I thought it was in Seattle. Okay. But Seattle's better. Is Jaden Daniels? Do they know if he's playing?
Yes. As of now, he's playing.
Okay, so then that's got to be a tight game then, because Seattle's the better team, but they don't score a lot. Seattle minus. I'll say Seattle -3.5.
Scoop.
I'll say Seattle -2.5.
2.5 is correct.
Damn.
There you go. Let's see. What else is fun here? Panthers Packers in Green Bay.
Oh Jesus. Well, that should be a murder.
Right?
I'm not gonna go too high. I mean, but it's gonna be higher. I'll say Packers -10.5.
That doesn't feel like enough to me, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
I'm thinking like 2 tutties. Like, what would that be?
14.
13.5?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I said 2 tutties, so what was that? Like 13?
That was like 14. 14
and
and a half. It's 13 and a half for the
That's
Packers.
what I said.
Oh, you said 13?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought because 2 tutties would be 14, but it's fine. We'll give you that one.
Well, it's because you said 14, so I said 13.5 because I went to the half mark.
All right, that's fine. I
Anyway,
will give you that one.
Doesn't matter.
I'll give you that one. Saints Rams.
It's another one that should be high. Oh my god. I'm gonna go high on that one because hell, if Packers Panthers was that high, I would assume Rams Saints has got to be close to that.
All right.
Ow,
damn.
So I'll say Rams. It should be Rams -12.5.
So you heard me say what on the last one? You heard me say 14.5. So
Wait,
I'll go with
is
that.
that?
I'll go with that this time. I'll go say 14.5 since what you heard me say last time.
It's 14 and a half.
Oh my god!
It's Rams 14 and a half. Chiefs Bills.
Oh god.
Oh.
Whatever it is, they're probably giving too much love to the Bills.
Yeah, but is it? Where is that game?
In Buffalo, so they're going to
Buffalo.
They're definitely going to show more love to the Bills than they should.
But I think Vegas does like the Chiefs. I'm gonna say that. I mean, given how close those games usually are against each other, I'm gonna say Bills -1.5.
I think it's going to be close, also, but I don't think that you said you think Bills.
Yeah, because it's at home.
No, I'm going to say. I still think they're going to favor the Chiefs. The Bills have just been too rocky recently.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
Yeah, give me Chiefs -2.5.
That's correct. What's happening?
Good God.
How are you getting these? This is crazy. That's I don't even know what to say about that.
Here,
That's my
I'm
thought.
handcuffing myself.
All right, that's all I got there.
Put your hands where my eyes can see, because I don't believe you.
All right, let's game of the week. You're not allowed to select any of the primetime games or Chiefs Bills. What are you guys taking?
I'm just so happy we don't have Eagles football this week, so I don't have to rage. That we don't have to rage.
So you said no primetime games, and what was the other one?
No Chiefs Bills. That's too obvious.
No primetime games and no Chiefs Bills. I don't know how obvious that is. I don't think that's going to be as good of a game as you'd want to believe.
I think that's fair. I'm excited about it, though.
It's wait, it's obvious. It should be obvious. I think it's obvious what the game of the week is this week.
What is it for you, Brandon?
Colts Steelers.
That's what I was going to say.
I was gonna go. We're gonna go unanimous Colts Steelers. I think it's obvious. That's a great game.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Really
the
fun
only
game.
game where there's two winning teams against each other, isn't it?
Yeah, because the Falcons are terrible. So Falcons Patriots is not. It's not much. Vikings Lions is terrible. Chargers Titans. Chargers should beat them by a lot. Niners Giants. Niners should beat them. Broncos Texans. I mean, that one could be okay if the Texans from last week show up, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, they're actually favored from what I thought I
Are
saw.
you serious?
I thought I saw the Texans favored.
Yeah, Houston's favored 1.5.
How? It's the Broncos.
That's I forgot to put that one in there.
Sense.
All right, pot cookies. I actually hate this game a lot more than I hate the others. Just saying a lot. Monday night Cardinals Cowboys. What? Who cares? Do we care? Like what is that Monday nighter? What's
Okay.
it doing?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So pot cookies. Are we talking about games where we think it's going to be lopsided, or games where we just think neither team is interesting?
But
Yeah,
games
pretty
that
much.
we just hate watching.
Yeah,
Games that we just don't want to watch.
Okay. Because sometimes I'm thinking like, well, that's going to be uninteresting because one team should probably roll the other. But other times I just think of it as like, well, neither of these teams interest me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just what game do we don't want to watch or want to watch the least? And for me, it's actually Monday night this week.
Yeah, Cardinals Cowboys is probably second for me because the first is Jags Raiders. I don't want to watch that garbage. I don't want to watch that garbage at all. That's gonna be like a freaking 15-10 final score, and I don't want to watch it. That's my pot cookies. Jags Raiders, get that off my screen. Actually, you know what? Relegate both of them to the CFL and have them play over there. I don't care.
That's right. Patrick Surtain is out for the Broncos, but that shouldn't change the line.
But that should not change the line like that.
But yeah, so
yeah, it was a 2 point. It was a let me do this correct. It was a 3-point swing. It went from Broncos -1.5 to Texans -1.5.
See, even if it was Broncos -1.5, I still think that's too small. Like to me, that should be like Broncos -4 or 5.5.
My guess is it would have been that if it were in Denver.
Probably. What's your pot cookies, Scoop?
I'm trying to think, Ronnie. Let me think. I'm struggling with this one because I'm caught between two games. And I'm caught
What are the two games you're caught with?
I'm caught between Panthers Packers and Saints Rams.
They're both bad.
Pardon?
They're both bad.
Yeah, well, it's just like that's why I was asking that question earlier because I was just like, so you name the game where it's the two teams that are just not that good, and these two games, I'm just like, why would I watch that when I feel like it's going to take one team literally showing up with somebody hanging out of a body cast, or somebody got decapitated on the way in for that game to even be remotely close.
The only thing I'll say on Saints Rams is I'm actually interested because I want to see Tyler play 4 quarters.
Yeah. I'm interested in it from that standpoint, but that's not like that's different than actually being interested in it as a football game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Panthers Packers for you?
Um, I'll actually take the other one only because the
Take
pan
Saints Rams, okay.
yeah because Panthers Packers similarly to what you just described with Tyler Shug is Panthers Packers. I'd want to tune. Well, is Bryce Young playing this week?
I think he is. I think
Okay,
so. Yeah, I think
yeah.
he was full
If,
today in practice.
okay, if he's not playing this week, then for me it's the Saints Rams. If he is playing this week, no, hello. If he's I'm interested in the game if Bryce Young's playing. I'm not if he isn't. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I'm excited for the Packers jerseys. That's probably the only thing I'm excited about in that game.
Oh, they're wearing the.
1923s.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which look actually fantastic. All right, well, for Brandon, for Scoop, for Shane, that's it for a Halloween special. We'll see you back here on Sunday to talk more football. Peace out, everybody.
Good night.
Let's hope the game's good.
I know. Let's hope. Peace, everybody.